Well, I'm a fucking idiot. So I recorded this entire podcast already, literally beginning to end, intro, everything. And I watched it back and I realized that the audio was just fucking up the entire time. Beginning to end, the audio was just clicking in and out. And I guess I don't know what I was holding the microphone. I don't know what it was, but it just was clicking in and out. It didn't work whatsoever. Hold on, let me turn this. And I realized while I was talking, I realized it in the episode, I think I said it at the end, but nothing I was saying made any sense. Like, I would just go on random tangents and just say shit that just didn't make any sense. Like, I just wasn't. I'm re-recording it, so to put it shortly, I'm gonna re-record this entire episode. So pretty much, this is gonna be a very question Q&A built episode. The entire episode's gonna be stemmed from questions that I got from you guys, the listeners, the viewers. And so yeah, let's get into these questions. There's nothing really sports related to talk about. The NBA playoffs are going on right now. It's been pretty. It's been something. All right, there's been a lot of drama in the NBA playoffs. A lot of people talking shit. A lot of bad blood. We're gonna get into that next week when me and my dad come back for the duo episode. But this episode is just gonna be questions from you guys. So the first question comes from my aunt, Marissa Mariah. She asks, how do you feel about turning 18 this year, adulting in general? How do I feel about turning 18? It sucks that I didn't really get to have a childhood. I mean, obviously I had a childhood, but I always hear people talk about how fun their upbringing was and how carefree and, you know, how fucking childish and immature they were growing up. And I really didn't get to have none of that. I got a lot of sickness, a lot of disease at a very young age. I was always in and out of hospitals, and then I got homeschooled because of those medical conditions. So I didn't really have a lot of time I didn't have a lot of good times going to school, hanging out with friends, or stealing fucking candy or some shit where, like, you know, I didn't really have a rebellious, like, crazy childhood, as sad as that sounds. So to think about that kind of sucks. That's kind of sad. It's not really... But I think the bad thing about that is growing up, and even now, a lot of people tell me I'm super mature for my age, that I've been told this since I was like 12, 13. Like, you're far mature for someone your age. Like, you're very mature for someone your age. Your mindset and the way you look at things is just very mature. I've been told that, like, by a lot of people growing up. Friends, family, everybody. And I realize how arrogant that sounds. I know how douchey that sounds. You know, I'm not trying to, like, you know, fucking, I'm the shit. You know, I'm not trying to be like that. But it's true. I mean, I've been told that a lot growing up. And as cool as that is, and as awesome as it is being mature for my age, I think it's... And the flip side of that is it fucking sucks, because if I was far mature for my age, that means I grew up very quickly. Because if I'm mature for my age and I have a mindset of an adult, or, you know, whatever these people tell me, it means that I had to grow up quicker. I came to reality a lot quicker. Life hit me a lot quicker, and I had to do the self-reflection and all the shit that I should be doing now. I had to do that back then. And that sucks, you know. It sucks, but it doesn't. You know, it sucks, but it really doesn't. Like, when I think about it, when I look back on it, I'm kind of thankful that that all that shit happened, that traumatizing shit that I went through, and even like the bad friendships that I had and all the bad influences I had. I'm glad I went through all that. I'm glad I went through all of that at a young age. That was a tongue twister. I don't know why. I'm glad I went through all of that at a young age. Although it sucks, I'm glad I matured as quick as I did, and I'm glad all that bad shit happened to me. Because if it didn't, I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't have the mindset that I have now. and I wouldn't be excuse me, I wouldn't be that person that my friends respect. You know what I mean? A lot of people in my friend group, they respect me, they look up to me, they come to me for advice, and they respect what I have to say, and I will always cherish that. I will always cherish that trust, and I'm thankful to have that. You know, I'm thankful that, because I love helping people. Like, that's my favorite thing to do. I just love helping people. I love listening to people. I'm a great listener. I'm a great learner, and I don't know. I'm glad that I went through all that shit a lot earlier than everybody else did. As fucked up as it was, as sad and trash as that is, I'm glad I went through all of that. I dealt with with not cyberbullying, but like I went through a lot of like toxic friendships when I was like 13. So all the dumb shit, all the dumb, immature, childish shit that my friend group does now, I already went through that. I've been there, done that with another group when I was like 13. And I learned and did a lot of self-reflecting when I was younger. And that's why I have the mindset that I have now. I never stopped doing self-reflecting, but I started it at a very young age. And, you know, I don't know. So turning 18, it's a little bittersweet because, you know, growing up, when I was a kid, I looked forward to turning 18. I don't know why. Just as a kid, I always looked forward to becoming an adult. And I think that's a lot of something that a lot of kids do. But it sucks because there's a lot of good things about turning 18. I'm going to get into that. But it also kind of sucks, kind of looking back on my life. Kind of like flashing before my eyes. Not flashing before my eyes, but like kind of just going by so quickly. Like, I just felt like I didn't get a lot of time to have fun and be a kid and be immature and be childish. And, like, life kind of hit me hard, and it hit me fucking fast very early on in my life. And, yeah, I feel like 18 came quick. It came very quick. Like, I feel like at the beginning from, like, until I turned, like, 5, it was, like, carefree, whatever. It wasn't very fun, you know, I went through a lot of shit, but, you know, I had its moments, it had its times, and then, like, beyond that point, like, it was just trash, and then, you know, I learned a lot, and, you know, now I'm here, and I'm about to turn 18, I'm about to become an adult, and as much as that's, you know, it's kind of depressing to hear that, I feel like at the flip side of that, the good thing about that, the positive from that is, I feel like the best years of my life are right in front of me now. I feel like the best years of my life will be as an adult. I don't know why, it's just a gut feeling. I just feel like eventually life just has to be good for me. You know, I feel like I have hope that life is going to go well for me now. Eventually something's going to click, something's going to work out. Maybe I'll find a girl, something, and it's just something's going to click, and I think life's going to be, I don't know, eventually, whether it's, you know, in my 20s or whatever, I feel like life has just begun for me. You know what I mean? I feel like turning 18, I'm leaving. When I turn 18, I want to leave all this dumb shit behind. I want to leave the immature and the childish and the dark shit behind. I want to hold on to it to help me grow and to help remind myself why I have the mindset that I do and why I think the way I think. But I want to let it go now. And I want to begin this next chapter of my life because I feel like if my life were a story, this was like the beginning of the story where everything fucking sucks, and I feel like everything's going to come together in the second half of this movie. And I think when I turn 18, that's when that second half's going to hit. And I'm looking forward to it. And then how do I feel about adulting? I hope I don't have to get a job anytime soon. I just kind of want to chill. I just want to... School's been tough. I want to work on school, and I want to... You know, it's not that I'm getting D's and shit. Like, I'm doing all right in school, but I just want to do better, you know? And I don't know. I just want to do better in school, and I just want to figure out myself, and I want to figure out what I want to do. And I have a lot of time to do that. I want to spend my adulthood trying to have much fun as possible, whilst also, like, not fumbling, I guess. I want to make my adult life as good as it could fucking be, because growing up, the kid and teenage life fucking sucked for me, like it did. And yeah, I don't know. So it's kind of talking about like turning 18 though, and teenagers and whatever. Kind of off topic, but I hope I answered the question. But kind of off topic, I was just thinking about this generation of kids how much they fucking suck. I hate that when people look at me and they look at my generation, there's like, it's just, I don't know, it's fucking embarrassing. I feel like I'm bunched up with the fucking idiots. You know, because like this generation of kids, this generation of teenagers are fucking lame. They are so lame. They're so stupid. They're so immature. They're so childish. Even the friends in my group are just so ignorant and shit. And like, it's just like, they always make fun of me because they always say that I have like an ego and that I'm prideful when it comes to playing video games. Well, I'm just a shit talker. I love competing, and that's just the competitive integrity. But as human beings, like even my friend group now, like as human beings, this generation just is fucking lame. They don't do any self-reflection. They think they know better than everybody. They think they are better than everybody, and like they have just no respect for anything or for anybody, and they just think that they have life figured out, and it's fucking irritating. And like to add on to the point of how stupid they are, dude, this whole fucking vape and like vaping and drinking alcohol at an like underage shit, it's fucking lame. Oh my god, it's so lame. It pisses me off. It actually infuriates me that this generation of kids think it's cool to drink alcohol and vape. Vape, for everybody who doesn't know, it has a lot of fucking nicotine. It's just a cigarette without the horrible smell. It's a cigarette without a horrible smell. In my eyes, that's what it is. It's fucking lame. It is. It's just fucking lame. And I think it's bullshit, and I hate that kids think that it's cool and that they do it. I could tell they do it for attention, too. It just irritates me. I have family and I have friends, and I just open up their Instagram stories. I see them chugging down alcohol, taking a shot or something, or they're doing, like, they're just vaping, puffing one into the camera. I'm like, dude, you're fucking 16. Get your shit together, lame-o. You fucking geek. Get your shit together. I know coming from me saying a geek, but dude, get your shit together. You think it's cool to vape? You think lung cancer is cool? Really? You really think that's cool? You think alcoholism's cool? Okay, whatever. It's annoying. It really is annoying. I've met a lot of people this past year who did a lot of vaping, did a lot of drinking. I met a lot of girls who vaped and drank, and I was like, dude, you are fucking lame. You are so lame. And I hope you know how fucking stupid you look. This is just for girls and boys. Anybody who is underaged, 17, 16, 15, if you're one of those ages and you drink alcohol like you're a fucking, like an alcoholic, or you fucking vape, you're a loser. And I hope that when you post that shit on your story, I hope you know that you don't look cool. Nobody's opening up that shit, and nobody's looking at it going, that guy's cool. He must be the cool kid in class. Everybody must go to school with this kid and be like, he's the man. Because they don't. They look at you and they're like, look at this fucking loser. This guy's probably going to be sucking dick behind a fucking strip club when he's 25. Because he wanted to let his life fucking go when he was like 16, 17, drinking alcohol because he thought it was fucking cool. That's the reality of it. That's how I see it. If you are young, I don't care what gender, I don't care what. If you're underaged and you're drinking alcohol like it's fucking a 7-Up, you're a fucking loser. And I hope you know that. And I hope you know how much of an embarrassment you are. You make me embarrassed. You make me cringe. All right? You make me fucking cringe. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, look at this guy's, it's just because you're a loser. No, it's because I have a fucking brain. I could think. Why the fuck would I drink? Why? Huh? I had this conversation with so many people that were in my age group of why they drink and why they vape. I'm like, you know how stupid that shit is? And you know what their response was? Either because they thought it was cool or because they were sad. Well, I'm sorry, fucking Gary. You breaking up with your fucking girlfriend, Jennifer, is not your life sucking, dude. I'm sorry. Unless you were shot, had a gun pulled on you, were raised in the fucking streets, getting your fucking dad's in prison or some shit, where your life is actually fucking fucked up, going through traumatic shit, then you could drink. But if you don't go through any of that, or you had a breakup, you got your heart broken, or you had a fight at school, grow up, you fucking loser. You are soft. If you're drinking or vaping because of that, you are a loser. Your life's not that hard. I promise you it's not. I grew up with my dad who was fucking raised in that shit, all right? And he told me all those stories. And you know what? That helped me realize? As much as I want to say how traumatic my childhood was, it wasn't that fucking bad. It's not that bad. I'm not going to sit. You know what? When I have anxiety or when I'm depressed, I have fucking depression. I got fucking diagnosed with depression, all right? You know what I do? I take that shit head on, all right? I'm not going to fucking drink that shit away, or I'm not going to puff a vape, all right? Because I'm not a fucking lame-o. I'm not soft, all right? I am soft. I'm a bitch, all right? I'm a fucking bitch, all right? If a fucking gun got pulled on me, I'd fucking cry. I don't know. I'm a bitch. I'm soft. I'm not saying that I'm hard. I'm not saying that I'm gangster. But I'm not that much of a bitch to vape and drink because of the littlest, dumbest shit. I had fucking a family friend tell me that, like, his life was hard and that's why I did. Your life's not that hard, dude. If you're watching this and you're offended, you're the fucking problem with this world. And I hope that life hits you like a fucking train because you are a loser. You are a loser. I'm sorry, you are a loser. Why are you drinking? Why? Do you realize how uncool you look? You look so uncool. Nothing about you. It's just like, you just look like an attention whore. And that's what you are. You are an attention whore. Thank you. Sorry, I just got my Starbucks. You are an attention whore. And you are a lame-o. And I'm sick of being bunched up with people like you. Alright? I know I have a lot of family that does that shit at a young age. Dude, wait till you're 21. Wait a couple of years. Like, I don't understand why you feel the need to want to drink and vape and all this shit. Dude, wait until you're 21. Drink responsibly. Right now, you don't... I also had another person tell me that the reason why they drink or the reason why they do dumb shit is because they're young. That's an excuse that people are making now. That they are young and that they want to spend the peak of their lives. Oh, I'm young. This is my time to be free and this is my time to live life to the fullest. Shut the fuck up. All right, kindly just shut up. You're a loser. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear you. All right? The peak of your life is you're going to live for another 50 years, you fucking moron. What do you mean these are the peak years? You're going to live for like 50, 60 years. Unless you get hit by a fucking car because you were drinking at underage at fucking 17. Unless you want to go down that road, that's fine. But you're going to live for another 50 to 60 years? Dude, waiting until you're 21 is not that hard of a fucking task. You know how long you're gonna live unless some freak accident shit happens? Get over yourself. Alright? Get your shit together. Because, oh my god. This generation of kids are so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I know how people are probably gonna say probably reach out to me and be like, oh, whatever you think, whatever. I don't care. My opinion, this is me, Xander Vasquez, my opinion is that if any of that last fucking bit of that last rant applies to you, you are a fucking loser. I don't care if you're blood. I don't care if you're friends or family. I don't care. You are a loser. You are. You just are. Get your shit together. Because this generation of kids needs to be the one that pushes this fucking earth forward. All right? You need to help us advance. So put the fucking alcohol down. Put the little shitty vape pen down. You fucking disgusting piece of shit. Put it down. Put your head into your book, work on your education, figure out what you want to do with your life, and then when you're 21, then you could start having a little bit of fun. If your life is that fucking boring and whack, where you feel the need to want to go fucking party, then you could do that. But right now, just put it away. Put it away. Dude, your life's not that hard. Calm down. I know people who've been to fucking war, dude. Your life doesn't suck that bad. Get your shit together. All right? Because you're fucking embarrassing. I hate that I'm associated with this generation of kids. I hate that when people think about the teenagers of this fucking generation, they're going to think about fucking Jacob Sartorius fuckboys who are lifting their shirts on TikToks, biting their bottom lips and shit, thirst trapping. All right? It's fucking lame. It's so disgusting. You guys are fucking losers. All right? I'm just being honest. When a teenager walks on the street, nobody's looking like this person's gonna help us go. This person's gonna help the world stay round. You know, this person's gonna advance. Like he's living the peak years of his life. They're looking at the person like, look, I wonder what he's fucking doing. Probably fucking breaking hearts, cheating on his fucking girlfriend every week, drinking alcohol on the weekends, vaping, getting fucking lung cancer, becoming an alcoholic at fucking 18. being a fucking loser, thinks he's cool, thinks he's the shit, but in reality he's not, and his life's gonna fucking suck because of the dumb shit he's doing now. That's what they're thinking. Well, that's what I think, at least. Because if you drink and you vape, there's nothing cool about that. I get it if you fell into it, or I feel for the people who fell into it and are addicted to it and it's hard to give it up. But give it up. You have a lot of reason to. All right? But get your shit together. All right? I know it's hard to give it up. I know it's easier said than done. But that should be your main fucking priority right now if you are addicted or whatever. Because you already fucked your life up before by trying to follow the trends and try to be fucking cool. You know what's cool? Having your life fucking prioritizing people, being a good fucking person, treating people with respect and kindness, and trying to be as good of a person as you could be. Not trying to live life to the fullest, drinking alcohol and smoking vape pens, all right? Because you look like a fucking loser. That's what you are. God, I know I've been repeating the same shit, but these generations of kids piss me off. All right? They think they know what love is, and then they just date each other around, just fucking toss each other around and shit. Break hearts because they think it's cool, or because they think they're not compatible. And that's another thing. This generation of kids, when it comes to romance, they piss me off. It's irritating hearing my friends talk about love. I'm gonna keep it a stack. It's irritating. It pisses me off. It's not that I don't like it and that I don't want them to. I love when my friends vent to me and talk to me so I could give them advice and so I could help them. But I just can't help but be like, this guy's fucking childish and immature as shit. You know? And let me start out by saying, I know how arrogant I sound. I know how stupid I sound. I know people are going to think I'm a douchebag because I'm like, oh, I'm fucking... Whatever. You think what you want about me. But I'm going to be honest here. I'm proud of the fact that I fucking have a brain. Because some of these kids in this generation just piss me off. They just do shit that I'm like, how fucking stupid do you have to be? You know? But when I hear my friends talk about love, I swear to God they believe that the shit that happens in TV shows and animes is how life and love works. Hey, Timothy, guess what, buddy? You're not going to go to school, and you're not going to drop your fucking books on the floor, and then some girl named Samantha's going to help you pick them up, and then boom, there's your love of your life. That's not going to happen. That's not reality. That's not how the world works, you fucking moron. You jackass. That's not how it works. That's not how love works. You're not going to find this girl, and then you're going to live happily ever after. You're going to have fucking moments where shit sucks. That's just the reality of it. That's how the world works. All right? Nobody's perfect. That's another thing with cancel culture and shit, and cancel culture and shit. People think that like everybody should be perfect, and that anything below that is just deserves to get canceled. When that's annoying. People that cancel each other or people that try to fucking roast each other because they're short of perfect pisses me off. The world isn't perfect, dude. You're gonna meet a girl. Maybe the first few months, maybe the year is gonna be the funnest shit. You guys are gonna go on dates. You guys are gonna make love. You guys are gonna have a great fucking time for the first few months, or maybe the first year. Maybe the first couple years. I don't know. Depends how fucking close you guys are. And then eventually, just like with every relationship, just like with your parents' relationship, every fucking relationship, it's gonna hit a point where it's gonna be not perfect. You guys are gonna be fucking arguing. Moods are gonna be down. And that's in the moment where you find out whether or not you guys are compatible for the long run. Because if you could bounce back from that, that's true love. And these kids, as soon as they meet any adversity when it comes to love, they just bail. Or they cheat. It's like, dude, what are you stupid? What did you expect? You guys have to make sacrifices for each other, all right? And you guys have to help each other grow. So, and it's just like, sorry, my mom just walked in. But it's just like, dude, it's like, I don't know what they expect with this shit. Like, I don't know why people expect this anime Disney story, this Pixar story, where shit's just gonna work out in a week. 1 week, oh, we just started talking, we're dating, and now this is it. We're gonna have kids and it's gonna be perfect. Dude, are you stupid? Look at the world around you. Fucking racism exists, right? There are people who are transphobic and homophobic. This world sucks. There are serial killers, rapists, groomers. This world sucks, dude. There's a lot of bad people in this world. All right, so that alone should be good enough to tell you that it's just nothing's gonna. You're gonna have to work for shit. You're gonna have to. With love, it comes with anything. You're gonna have to work for it. All right, you're gonna have to make sacrifices. You have to fucking do some self-reflection, and you're gonna have to put your fucking pride and ego away to make shit work. That's how this world works. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm 17. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But me personally, that's how I view it. That's how I see it. And this generation of kids, they just piss me off. I hear my friends talk to me every day, and I appreciate that they trust me and talk to me and vent to me or whatever. But sometimes I'm just amazed by the way they think about shit. And, you know, it's good. I know I sound ignorant, but, like, I also have to understand, like, I'm a little bit mature for my age. You know, I grew up a lot quicker. I feel like I matured a lot quicker. So, like, their mindsets are where they should be. I feel like it makes sense. Like, historically, I feel like it makes sense that, like, this generation or, like, this age group should be that fucking dumb. You know, I feel like this is their age group where they figure shit out. But I've been self-reflecting. I've been doing all this at a young age. So I went through the stage that they're in right now a long time ago, and I need to understand that, like, I was just fortunate to have the parents that I did and have the influences that I did and to have gone through the stuff that I did to have the mindset that I have now. And, like, not everybody's going to be as mature as, you know, not as ahead of the game, because I'm not, and by the way, I want everybody to know, I'm not saying that I'm fucking, you know, fucking Matthew McConaughey, like, the smartest fucking guy, like, I got it all figured out. I'm childish and immature, too. I have my moments. I'm 17. But, like, I could at least look at myself in the mirror and just be like, you know what? It could be worse. I could be like some of these fucking morons, you know? Like, my life sucks, you know, I go through my own struggles, but, like, that life hasn't hit these guys yet, you know? So, I got to look at it like that, but, and understand, like, they think the way that they do, and that life's going to hit them. They're going to start doing some self-reflection. They're going to do the shit that I've already done here soon, and that they're going to start figuring shit out. But that's why I'm glad that I am the person I am now, so I could help them move along a little bit. You know, because I have friends who struggle with, like, fucking letting go of relationships and shit, or just, like, letting go of the past. And I had to learn to do that a long time ago, you know. But, yeah, sorry about that little rant there. But, yeah, that's my answer to that question. What else do we have? Is there anything else? We're 30 minutes in, so I gotta start teeing up. Oh, so another thing I was gonna say too. Speaking of turning 18, hold on, let me find my questions. I'm gonna keep it a stack. All right, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of you are probably wondering what I'm most looking forward to when it comes to turning 18, and I'm gonna be honest here. You know, a lot of you are gonna judge me, whatever. But I'm looking forward to becoming legal so I could talk to women a lot older than me. I'm sorry. I know how weird that sounds, but I want to be talking to girls who are like 20, not fucking 16, 17, all right? Because like I said, the generation of kids are fucking stupid. They don't know anything. They really don't. They're slow and dumb as shit. They do dumb shit. They say dumb shit. They believe dumb shit, and they have stupid mindsets. And I've met a lot of girls in this past year who have been that way. And I had to like be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just wait until I turn 18, and I'm so excited because I want to talk to girls who are like fucking 20, 21, who, you know, granted aren't gonna be like fucking, you know, have shit figured out, be fucking whatever. But God, I could guarantee they're gonna be better than some of these girls that I've met in this past year, who were underaged. I know how weird that sounds. I'm 17, by the way. Let me clarify that. I'm talking to girls my age that I should, all right? Because I'm not a fucking groomer or pedophile like some of these fucking losers I see on fucking, you know, news channels and shit, you know, fucking Billie Eilish type shit, you know what I mean? I'm not like those losers, all right? I'm going to talk to people my age group, all right? Because I'm not a psychopath. But I'm looking forward to turning legal because I want to talk to girls who at least have 50% of a brain. And listen, I know a lot of people are going to think I'm being misogynistic or sexist. This is just I'm straight. So I'm saying girls because I'm straight. I like women, all right? I'm attracted to women, all right? But this goes for everybody in this age group. I don't care what gender. I don't care what's in between your legs. Everybody in this generation is fucking stupid. Like I just said, I have guy friends and girl friends that I talk to all the time that I'm just like, why, I can't wait for you to figure shit out because it's irritating that you're this behind. Anyway, I'm not saying it's just girls, but since I'm attracted, I'm saying girls because whatever. You get what I'm saying. I'm not being misogynistic. It goes both ways. All right, I would be saying the same shit if I were fucking bisexual or gay. All right, but I'm not, so that's why I'm saying girls. Anyways, but yeah, I can't wait to become legal because I want to talk to girls older than me. Anyways, I know how weird that sounded. Another question from my favorite co-host, my favorite host, Eric Vasquez, which you'll see him again next week. He asked, do you believe in Bigfoot? I'm going to keep it a stack. I thought about this. Because I saw him ask this question, I thought about this. It'd be kind of ignorant for me to say no. It just has, it's the same thing for people that say religion isn't real, God isn't real, or the people that say aliens aren't real. Because how the fuck do you know? You don't. Nobody knows anything. If you really think about it, put your pride and egos away. We don't know shit. I don't care how many books you've read, you don't know shit about this world. We don't. And so it'd be kind of stupid for me to say no. You know? I'm going to just say I'm open to the idea. Because I think there was like this study that or something about like 95% of the ocean is undiscovered and that only 5% of it has been discovered. That's a lot of ocean that we don't fucking know about. That's a lot of animals and creatures and shit that we don't know about in the water. So I don't know. There could be a Bigfoot underwater, you know? I don't know. There could be a swamp thing. I don't fucking know. Like, it's 95% of the ocean is fucking undiscovered or whatever. I don't want to go find out. So I'm just going to say I'm open to the idea. All right, that's all I'll say. Speaking of supernatural shit, I think on the 1st, on Monday, Tuesday, something like that, I think the government is releasing, like, everything that they know about UFOs. That's going to be crazy. I'm looking forward to waking up that morning and seeing all there is to know. Because this might be game-changing for the Earth to know about this shit that the government's been hiding about UFOs. Because they're letting everything out, I've heard. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, that's a different discussion. Maybe me and my dad will cover that in next week's podcast. Because that's going to be on the 1st on Monday. Ooh, we got a new question. Okay, we got another question. Another question just came in. So a question from an anonymous figure that just brought this card into my room. If one sport stays, which one? My mother. So my mother asks, if one sport stays, which one stays? Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of baseball. Although I love going to baseball games, I just I turned on only specific games that I want to watch, whether it's a specific pitcher I want to watch or whatever. So I'm gonna say no baseball. I'm gonna be honest. It's either between basketball or football to me because they're both high. I'm gonna say football. I grew up on football. I love football. There's just so much that could happen, you know. Like I thinking about a Patrick Mahomes was so like unfathomable to me. Like I couldn't even imagine a player like Patrick Mahomes playing football like years ago. And then now that he's here, I'm like, what's next? Because this man was making throws that I see pitchers make at shortstop with baseballs. He's making those kind of throws with a big gigantic football. Like he changed the game of football. So there's just so much football that could be like changed. You know what I mean? Same thing with basketball, sure. But I just feel like football is just more entertaining. I don't know. I just feel like football is more entertaining. It's fun to keep up with. And I feel like the players are more cutthroat. I love cutthroat sports. I love when people talk shit. I like when people like have bad blood. And I just feel like football has more of that. You always hear more of that with like Jalen Ramsey and shit, where he's like talking to his receiver, before he locks him down, or shit talking him when he hits him. You know, like stuff like I just like I don't know. Football just in general is just better to me. I just when I watch an intense football game, I have more fun watching that than an intense basketball game. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna go with football. Another question from my boy Jorka. Appreciate the support, my friend. But he asked, "Is SNL still funny?" And I'm sorry to all the Saturday Night Live fans. It's dog shit. It's the most unfunny thing I've ever seen now. Back in the day, it used to be fucking hilarious with like Jimmy Fallon, Bill Hader, Seth Meyers. That's the kind of SNL I liked. That's the SNL that gave me giggles. Will Ferrell and shit when they would get on there. Though that's funny. That was funny to me. But I just feel like the new cast, outside of like Pete Davidson, is just so corny. They are so corny. They try way too hard, and like their acting is just horrible. They like try to overact. I feel like my family in this house can make better skits than they do, and they just try so hard to be funny. Their jokes just miss all the time, and then they realize how unfunny their jokes are, and then they try to make edgy ones, and it's just like it just doesn't hit. Like they just aren't funny. Like none of the cast members are charismatic. There's this one chick, she's like trying to be like the new Melissa McCarthy, and she's just the most she's just so unfunny and just aggravating to watch. She's just it's just SNL is not funny. It's not. I feel like what made SNL so good was like when Bill Hader and shit were on it, and Will Ferrell and fucking Jimmy Fallon, when they were on it, like, yeah, they tried hard to act, like, yeah, they were acting, and yeah, they were trying to tell a joke, but they weren't like trying so obnoxiously hard, and you could tell they were having fun with it. And like some of my favorite SNL moments weren't even the jokes or the skits, but just the actors breaking character. And they don't do that much anymore, because you want to know why? Because the jokes are not funny. I feel like it all went downhill when John Mulaney left. I don't know if John Mulaney's still there. I think he left, and I think that's why it sucks. But John Mulaney was fucking hilarious. When he was writing for SNL, like every skit, like it was just great. With Stefan, and like John Mulaney was great. But I just feel like the writers now and like the actors now, they just suck. And then like now they got like Elon Musk on, which was the corniest shit ever. Like, why would you get Elon Musk? That dude can't act. That guy's not funny. He builds fucking rocket ships. That's his job. Stay in your lane, Elon. And maybe throw $1 million my way if you want. But stay in your lane, douchebag. All right? You're not funny. All right? You gave it your all. You gave it a try. But it was so corny and so cringy and embarrassing. I went like I was like in a I can't even say it. I just can't. It was so bad. It was just so bad and unfunny. God, it's just so embarrassing. The only person that's funny in the cast nowadays is Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson is hilarious. That guy, whether he's improvising or whatever, whether it's the way he looks, I don't know. I don't know what it is about that guy, but he is so funny. And that's the only person that I will take as funny. That's the only person. But the last question is from Ben Be True. And he asks, what are your 3 biggest fears and why? All right. I'm going to take shots at people here. I'm sorry. My number 1 fear is spiders. And if you have a pet spider, you are a psycho. And you need to be locked in an insane asylum for at least 10 years. You need to be sentenced to at least 10 years if you have a pet spider. I'm sorry. There's something wrong with you. I'm going to keep it a stack. Spiders, I have arachnophobia, so spiders terrify me. A picture of a spider looking, I don't care how big or small. If it's built like a spider, I'm gonna be on the verge of tears. I'm gonna be terrified. I'm gonna be my skin's gonna be crawling. It's gonna be a bad experience for me when it comes to spiders. So, spiders. And I'm sorry, I love Australians. I love my Australian people. But your country sucks, dick. And I'm never gonna go there. I will never step foot in Australia ever. And I hope that one day we could just drop like a chemical bomb in Australia that only kills spiders. And I don't know if it like I don't know if it like maybe we'll just like kill all the spiders and you guys will grow a 3rd leg or whatever. I don't know. Whatever sacrifices we have to make to annihilate and make spiders go extinct in Australia, we need to make it happen. Because I saw a video of an Australian guy walking out of his house. He walked up to his car. He was on his way to work. And he saw, think they called it a huntsman spider. I don't know. It was a fucking spider. He saw a spider on his windshield. And a lot of you might be like, oh, boo-hoo. The spider covered up the entire windshield. The spider was probably 3 feet tall. Guys, I'm sorry, but spiders like that can't exist. I'm sorry. They can't. So we got to do something with Australia. We have to. Something has to happen to them. I don't know if we throw like a bomb over there that kills all the spiders and helps like I said, makes them grow like a third leg or like a third eye or something. I don't know what sacrifices we have to make, but I don't know how we're just allowing these huntsman spiders, these fucking 10-foot long spiders, to just walk the earth. I saw another one where the spider was covering the wall. It probably was as big as this fucking fan right here. That's behind me if you're watching the video. It was probably as big as that. On his wall outside of his house. Dude, I see a spider that's the size of a penny, and I'm shitting myself. I will never step into Australia ever again. Ever again. Well, I don't know why I said that like I've ever been. Never gonna go there. I'm convinced that the devil made the spiders. And the devil just decided that he didn't like the way Australia looked and just fucked over Australia, because there's everything, every bug that's in Australia is big. There's no such thing as a small bug in Australia. Everything over there is large. Very big. Bugs, tarantulas, everything's big over there. I will never step foot in Australia. I'm sorry. It's not happening. You guys could go fuck yourselves. I'm sorry. I don't care if you said, hey, come to Australia and we'll give you $1 million. I'm not going. Maybe point being, I'm never going to Australia. Sorry. Australia sucks. Second biggest fear. I'm going to say the ocean. The sea. Well, I don't know what the difference is. Large bodies of water. Sucks, dude. Large oceans, large portions of water, or like the ocean, the sea. Sharks terrify me. I can't stand sharks. I can't deal with them. I hate sharks. They are monsters. You know, when you tell a kid to draw a monster, he practically draws a shark. Sharp teeth, big, black eyes. Dude, how are sharks real? How are sharks real? How is a great white shark real? And dude, 95% of the ocean undiscovered. If the megalodon is sleeping down there, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to be the first person to head to Mars, because if we find out that a megalodon is real, humans are going to somehow fuck it up and have that son of a bitch crawling up the beach. I don't know. Humans are greedy, man. I don't know. The Russians might find a megalodon and try to use it as a fucking weapon. Either way, leave the megalodon alone. Leave him. Let him be. Let him sit down there. Do not fuck with the megalodon. All right? If he's real, bounce out that bitch. Get out. Let him sleep. All right? That's what I say. The ocean is terrifying. What I think about, what gives me the most anxiety about the ocean. This is in no particular order, by the way. I'm not putting it in order. Spiders, the ocean, sharks, whatever. If I were stuck in the middle of the ocean, stranded, whether I was swimming there or on a shaft by myself, the fact that no matter how I look at it, I would be terrified, just goes to show how scary the ocean is. The fact that I can't look into the ocean, into the water, the deep blue sea, and see what's beneath me is fucking terrifying. It's terrifying. The fact that I can't look beneath me and see if what's under me is the most terrifying thing to think about. I'm trapped there. No matter what, if something wants to kill me, I'm fucking dead. The thought of that, and I can't see it coming, I can't see it, is the most terrifying thing ever. And to make it scarier, no matter how you look at it, even if you could see what is beneath you, it would be 10 times scarier. Because how empty it is, but also, if a fucking great white shark or fucking Cthulhu was coming up to kill your ass and you saw him coming towards you, you would just watch. You would be counting your seconds. You would watch that he would come up and fuck you up, because there would be nothing you could do to stop him. And that's what's terrifying about the ocean. No matter how you look at it, no matter what, if you could see into the water or you can't, it is the most terrifying space on Earth. And I'm going on a boating trip, I think. We're going on a boat or whatever in June. We're going to go like on a lake or whatever. I know it's a lake. There's no sharks there, right? But I have an irrational fear that, I don't know, fucking a crocodile sitting there somewhere. I don't know. Dude, the ocean's scary. Anything with large bodies of water is scary. I'm sorry. I hate it. Trash. Garb. Leave me alone. I don't want to go. I'm going to go. I have to go. I'm going to have fun. But shit. It's going to be scary. I'm going to get very anxious very quickly. Anyways. My third biggest fear. My third biggest fear, and to get dark a little bit, because I know everything I've said is real. It's me being honest. I've cracked a couple of jokes. It's me being honest, but it's gonna get a little deep here. One thing that gets me anxious and terrified, and something that I fear, is I have a fear of not finding love and dying alone. I want to have a wife by the time I die. I mean, I can't really explain why. I mean, I just don't want to. It scares me. It makes me anxious thinking about it. All right, so I can't really explain that. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, that's all the main questions that I wanted to answer. All the good ones that I saw that I was like, oh, that'd be cool. That's a good answer, or that's a good question. So yeah, me and my dad, we're starting up this podcast. We're looking forward to fulfilling our creative, desires or whatever. We want this shit to take off. We want to entertain. We want to have fun with this. And we want this is going to be the format now, but don't be surprised if it changes. It's just the beginning, so we want to try out new stuff. So as of right now, it could change, but the format is looking like uploads every Monday. No matter how you look at it, we are getting an upload every Monday. 1 week is with the both of us, me and my dad, and then the next week is a solo episode with one of us, and we're going to interchange. So this is the first one. Excuse me. So this is the first one. It's the first solo podcast, and it's with me. Next week, you'll get the duo podcast with me and my dad, and then the week following, in 2 weeks, will be my dad's solo podcast, and we're going to take turns flip-flopping every 2 weeks. We're going to do a solo podcast, and we're going to take turns. So in 2 weeks, you'll see my dad's solo podcast. But next week, you'll get me and my dad again. And that's going to be the format. Every Monday, tune in, show some support, share around, tell your friends if you enjoy the podcast. Listen to us on your way to work. Listen to us on whatever you're just chilling, have nothing else to do. Just support the channel the best way you can. If you believe in what we're doing, if you like what we're doing, just show us some support. And I really do appreciate all the love we've been getting. And last week's episode got like 60 views. Like that's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I'm really excited about that. I'm glad that a lot of people are that many people are tuning in. And I just want to have fun with this. Like I said, I want my adulthood to be as fun as possible. I want to make my adulthood as fun as possible. I want it to be as fun as it could be. Because I feel like the best years are ahead of me, and I want to have fun with this. And me and my dad are. We're gonna try to have fun with this. We're gonna do a lot of shit. Expect not just podcasts, but like content videos, us making comedy videos. Like, just expect it all, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this podcast. And I want to just really quickly. I want to talk about before anybody jumps to it, before anybody points it out. I'm gonna get ahead of it. I edit every video. I edit everything. I edit the intro, the outro. All the text that you see at the beginning of every episode, that's me. I edit everything. I watch it, and I make sure, and then I put everything out. I post everything on social media, and that's all me. So when I edit, what I like to do is when I make the edits, I like to watch it all the way through to make sure that I didn't make any mistakes and that the audio and everything is fine and the best that it can be. Recently, I have not been able to do that. I just can't because of one reason. And that's how much I piss myself off. So, if you guys ever notice, you guys are probably not going to be able to listen to these episodes the same. But when me and my dad do an episode, I say the word yeah, Y-E-A, the word yeah, 150 times an episode. And it's because I want the episodes to be as entertaining as possible. And when my dad makes a good point and I have nothing to add on, I say yeah, so that he knows that I'm acknowledging that what he's saying, and so that there isn't dead air, and that we don't have an awkward transition. And I say it 150 times. my dad will make a point, fucking Gavin Lux is a beast. And I'll be like, yeah. If you guys ever notice, I do that shit a lot. And it fucking pisses me off. So I'm going to try to cut down on the yes, all right? Because if we were to put out a t-shirt, it would probably be a t-shirt with me saying yeah on the t-shirt because how much I say the fucking word yeah. So I'm going to try to cut down on that. I'm going to try to find something else to fill the air, I guess, to whatever, because it's irritating. It's very fucking obnoxious hearing me, like, try to, because I have nothing to add on. I don't want it to be like, yeah, so the Dodgers, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, that's why I think the Dodgers are going to win the World Series. And then it's just like, anyways, yeah, so we're going to do and, you know, like, it's just fucking, I don't want it to be like that. It's so I go like, yeah. But, you know, I agree. And then I go on with the point and then whatever. But I need to stop doing that because it's fucking irritating. It's aggravating. So I'm going to work on that. And then what's another thing that I noticed about myself, too? Oh, so with this episode, if you ever noticed, one thing that also pisses me off, but it's just who I am as a person. Anybody who knows me knows this as a fact. I talk with my hands a lot, and I'm doing it right now. My hands have minds of their own. I talk with my hands a lot. I'm super animated when it comes to my body language. And that also pisses me off. Because I'm like, dude, stop moving your hands. And I know I'm going to get that way with this right here. I'm probably just going to listen to this podcast. I'm probably not going to watch it. Because, goddamn, I talk with my hands a lot. It's just who I am as a person. It's not really irritating to a lot of people. A lot of people find it funny. A lot of people just kind of know it as me. But me personally, it's, I don't know. I know a lot of people talk with their hands, but that's another thing I noticed. But anyways, we're going to try to pump out these episodes every Monday. Check it out. You're going to see this on Monday. We record on Fridays or Saturdays, whatever works best. But next week, you'll get the episode with me and my dad again. And then the week after that, you'll get my dad. So make sure you follow me at Bucky Barney with 2 Y's. Bucky, Bucky, Barney, Barneyy, on Twitter and on Twitch. If you don't know what Twitch is a streaming platform. I stream video games on there. I stream myself playing video games, and you could interact with me live. So if you aren't a friend of mine, or if you don't talk to me personally and you want to interact with me in any way, you could probably find me on Twitch. You follow me on there. And when I do live streams, I want to get in the habit of doing live streams. And when I do live streams, you can interact with me live, talk to me live, and, you know, we could just have a good time on there. So if you want to interact with me in any way, Twitter or Twitch, Bucky Barney with 2 Y's. And you can find me on Instagram at Xander MV3. And, yeah, I think that's it. And then you can find the podcast on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. I think on Instagram and TikTok, it's Stuck in an Elevator Podcast. And then on Twitter, it's the SIAE Podcast, which is the abbreviation for Stuck in an Elevator Podcast on Twitter, at SIAE Podcast. And then Stuck in an Elevator Podcast on TikTok and on Instagram. I appreciate you guys' support. You can find us there. And I think that's that.